Hey, hi, welcome back. My name is Benjamin, and I'm here to bring you the Jaminist minutes. That delivery sounded a lot funnier in my head when I thought of it 5 seconds ago. Hey, hi, my name is benjaminutes, and welcome back to the Riftdale Chronicles hiatus, where video quality just fucking plummets. As a few of you have picked up from either my Twitter or my public Discord, I have a new cat, or I have a new cat. I don't know what the statute of limitations is on a new pet. I don't know. After a few months, I feel like you can't call them your new pet anymore. They're really just your pet. But she's new to a good number of you. I mentioned her in a live stream a couple days ago, and everybody in the stream was severely confused who the fuck Zipper was. So yeah, I wanted to make a video introducing you guys to Zipper for a pretty long time, but the Riftdale stuff happened, and I just had no time. So I figured, hey, during the Riftdale Chronicles hiatus, which is really just code word for me being lazy, I figured, hey, you know, the hiatus would be a perfect time to make this very low effort video. All right, you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk. Let me bring out Zipper. I'll see how long I can get her on camera for, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume probably not very long. And here she is, Zipper. She's really not fond of being held. She is literally the opposite of Button in every way, including that way. Button will just go limp in your arms. You can throw him over your shoulder and just carry him around like that. You can really carry Button anyway, and he's totally fine with it, whereas she will struggle with you the entire time. All right, yeah, she's super unhappy. I'm gonna set her down now. I don't know if you can tell, but the name Zipper actually kind of works because she has this like white stripe down her chest that she doesn't have anywhere else. So it's like the white zipper of a jacket. So the name Zipper works. I'm good at naming cats. But yeah, so for those of you, oh god, she got fucking hair everywhere. For those of you who are interested in the kind of cat she is, like I said, she's literally the opposite of Button in every way you can imagine. Button is totally okay with being held, and she is totally not okay with being held. However, weird enough, she is a total sweetheart and will absolutely jump into your lap if you sit down for more than a minute. And if you're under the covers for more than a minute, she will demand to get under the covers as well and cuddle up next to your belly. So she loves being pet and being around humans. She just really doesn't like being held by humans. It has to be on her terms. Meanwhile, Button will let you hold him. I guess he just surrenders and gives up and lets you hold him, but he will not come up to you and cuddle you. He will not come up to you and sit in your lap. He loves attention, but he does not go seeking it, and he doesn't want you to think that he does. Button is a little glutton and always demands more food whenever he can. Meanwhile, Zipper will just politely sit by her food bowl and make little noises from her throat to tell you that she's ready for food. Like sometimes after I have fed Button first, in the time that it takes me to take food from the food bag over to her food bowl and pour it in and her to start eating, Button will already be done with his food and be really angry that she has food while he doesn't. She eats all the food that the vet says she should be eating, but she eats it very slow and at her own pace. Meanwhile, Button will eat all of his food, lick his bowl, and then demand more food. And I've even tried in the past to feed him double just to see what he would do, and he still demanded more food. There is literally no way to stop him. Button's hunger knows no bounds. Also, just in general, Button's a fucking asshole. Like, I used to think that Button was super sweet, but after having Zipper, god, he's just a dick. Like, for example, if Zipper does something like jump on the kitchen counter, all I have to do is go and she gets off. She gets up. She's staring at me right now like, what did I do? No, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, okay. She ran off. She thinks she did something bad. Oh boy. I gave her a treat, so I think everything's okay. I'm not gonna make that sound again. Anyway, if you just gently make that sound, she just completely stops whatever she's doing. It's like magic. Meanwhile, if you make that sound at Button, he has a completely different reaction. He does this little chittering thing from like the back of his throat that kind of sounds like really fast. And so I looked that particular sound up, and apparently that sound is cat language for Fuck you, Dad. Eat a dick, Dad. I do what I want. Like, he'll look at me dead in the eye with a look of just absolute disgust, as if I'm the one putting him out, and he'll just make that noise and stare me down the whole time. And he will just not stop doing that thing until you walk up to him, pick him up, and put him back on the ground or away from whatever he's doing. And then the minute you walk away, he just goes back to doing whatever he was doing. He just completely does not respect any authority. But yeah, they are complete opposites in virtually every single way, which probably explains why they just really don't get along. Like right now I have to keep them separated or else they will fight. Button was the aggressor in the beginning. I think he felt very territorial that there was another cat in the house with him. Like when we first got her, he hadn't even seen her yet. We had just let him smell her towel that she was laying on earlier, and he started hissing. He was having none of it. We tried having them eat food from opposite sides of the same door so they could smell each other, but then like associate each other with the good experience of eating food, and he just started hissing under the door like a dick. Since then, I think he's warmed up to her a little bit. He stopped hissing, at least. He kind of just stares at her under the door, and now she hisses at him. Not that I can blame her, because I mean, he was kind of an asshole to her for the first couple weeks of her living here. She probably just sees him as this bully now that she just needs to avoid. So for now, I'm just keeping them separated in different rooms and slowly trying to introduce them over time. They've stopped hissing at each other when I put them in their crates in the same room together or leash them up in the same room together, but I've never gotten them to interact close to each other without things blowing up. So that's a bummer, but for now, I just keep them in separate rooms and try to play with them both equally and try to make sure they're both happy in their separate rooms. Anyway, I hope you guys like Zipper. I know you guys really like Button, so I just wanted to give you guys a chance to get to know Zip. And sorry this video isn't exactly a super high energy, funny fun time video, but I don't know. Sometimes you just want to make a video about your cat because, you know, it's your fucking channel. You can do what you want. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but Zipper is actually Button's older sister. Button is 2 years old going on 3 years old, and she's older than 7. She's going on 8 years old, so she's got a few years on him. I got Button at 6 months and I got her at 7 years. So Button's kind of her young punk brother, and Zipper is like the sweet older Zipster. like sister, but with Zip. You know what? You guys are right. I'm hilarious.